name is DanielJon, and I hope you guys are all good and I hope you're all okay. And you know what time it is? It's the Sunday Q&A. So, without further ado, we're going to get into this. I've got a load of questions on my computer screen right there. I've also got the Facebook page open at the bottom, so I can throw that up in just a second. And I've also got my phone because I asked you guys a question on the Instagram page yesterday. You just say you're not following me on Instagram. Come on, man. The links are in the description. So, I will be going between the screens. So, without further ado, let's get straight into this. But before you do that, pause this video right here. Not there. Here, go and get yourself a BBC and I'll wait right for you. Oh, you're back. So without further ado, let's get straight into these questions. First question, Valiant Gabriel. He wants to know, do you recommend 531 on a cut? Well, recommendation goes, as I'm new to this, I'm not going to recommend anything because I don't know it yet enough. But I am going to say I am dieting, I am cutting, so, and I am loving this program. At the end of the day, Jim Wendler himself says that you should not really be doing this program if you're dieting. You should be in a caloric surplus because it is a very demanding program. However, I have got a shed load of body fat right about now. So my energy stores, they're pretty high. So I'm not too worried about it at the moment. Maybe when I start getting really lean and things like that, that this program will become very demanding on myself. But until then, I can't really give you my honest opinion on that. All I can say is watch this space. See how I progress with it and see if it, if it goes from there. Right, quick question about foam rolling. Is there such thing as too much foam rolling throughout the day? For example, leg day DOMS hits me hard and the foam rolling 4 to 5 times throughout that day is counterproductive. Thank you, subscribed. Oh, excellent, thank you. His username is HTPWRX. So, is there too much stuff as foam rolling? I actually wrote back to him and said, to my attention, is not a bad thing. Keeping this in mind, keeping the muscle tissue soft is a good thing, but I will try to do some research and address this. So I went away and I did some research, Google search, and I found 3 relatively good posts, and they both, well, 3 of them actually said that too much foam rolling is not a bad thing. Now, I'm not going to say that is the honest opinion, but that is what I found, and I chose 3 different things and they all came back with similar answers. One was on bodybuilding.com, one was on another forum, and I made sure that the guys had very reputable reputations on there, although that doesn't mean anything, but they all came back roughly with the similar answers and said that no, too much foam rolling is not a bad thing. But then again, I'm not an expert on this, so I just did a little bit of research. But so, to my attention, I do like to foam roll. I have my own foam roller, so I foam roll at home at least 2 or 3 times a week, and I foam roll in the gym before at least squat day and deadlift day, and I haven't found any bad things wrong with it at the moment. So there you go. Excuse me. Someone said I'm repping the Lidls. Yes, I shop in Lidls because it's good. Someone said, do you know any other good UK-based fitness channels beside myself? Well, thank you, I'm glad you considered me as that. Juggernaut Fitness TV and Home Physique. To be honest with you, that's a tricky question because I mean there is a lot of YouTube channels in the UK that is surprising. I didn't realise that, and occasionally I will come across someone's video who's in the UK, but to my attention I can't actually think of their names. There is some really good YouTube channels. There is Herbie Shaw. I'm pretty sure that guy is from the UK. Don't hold me to that. I am 99% sure he is from the UK. So I will put his link in the description for you guys to go and check out. He's a very, very strong guy. How should I love the fat from my upper legs and butt? Running doesn't work efficiently. Basically, you're suffering with the fat thighs. I have that too, brother. Don't worry about that. When I put on my man thong, it kind of looks like a cheese cutter kind of thing. But don't worry about it, man. It's just so cool. Just embrace it. It's not going to be there forever. What is the app for the boring but big thing that I'm talking about? It's called Big Lifts 2, and if I'm just correct, I will quickly get it up and I will tell you what it exactly looks like. It is a black background with a dumbbell on it, and it says big lifts too. It's the same one that Brian Nielsen let everybody know about, so I'm not stealing his limelight there. Sorry, Brian. Let's see a question. How many BBCs do you swallow a day? Well, technically, this is my first one this morning. It is ridiculously early. It's still dark outside. So I drink them from sun up to sundown, and I probably drink around, on average, a minimum of 6 cups a day. But I probably drink more than that. I'm just going to say a minimum is 6. That's just give or take. Because I do love them. I love them very so. Right. Nice work, Dan. That was brutal. Question for the Q&A. I noticed that you didn't eat any fruits or veggies on your full day of eating video. When do you usually get your micronutrients in? I am very sorry about that. I do eat a lot of fruit and veggies. My freezer, I buy frozen veggies. And the reason that is because when I buy fresh, I don't tend to eat them all and they go bad. So I buy frozen broccolis, frozen carrots, frozen peas, frozen spinach and things like that, and then I can just have it as and when I need it, rather than buying a load of fresh produce and having it all there at my disposal. I might not eat all of that and it'll just go bad. So I buy a load of frozen stuff and I can just take what I want and put it all back in the freezer. It doesn't bother me. But I do eat a lot of fruits and veggies. I was raised on fruits and veggies. Fruits, regards to what do I eat? Bananas, apples and oranges are my 3 favourite fruits. I love kiwis. I'm not a picky person. I will eat anything on the face of the earth. I won't knock it until I tried it. But I do eat pretty much everything. But my disposal in my fruit bowl, which is downstairs, not on my head, like you guys are probably thinking, I have oranges, apples and bananas in there consistently. And they are my main go-to fruits. Bananas for carbohydrates. To take away my sweet tooth is my oranges. And just for the crunchiness, I love an apple. So, for the Q&A, what 5x10 exercises do you recommend for boring but big? Do the same lift variations or lifts? For example, do this normal sets on bench press and normal wide grip. Basically, he wants to know like the accessory portion of the boring but big. You can do your own accessory lifts, but actually in the application, it gives you the choice to do 5 sets of 10 repetitions of your 50% of your 1 rep max, or your actual max or trainer max. I'm not too sure, but it's all set up for you anyway, and it tells you to do 5 sets of 10. So you can go and do pretty much anything you want. On push day, like bench press day, I tended to, when I did incline bench press, because I still want to get that incline bevel, you know, when it comes round. So I just found, I've always loved the incline press anyway. I couldn't do it for a while because of my shoulder injury, but since that's healed up, I'm going back into incline pressing as my accessory lift. And then for shoulders, I did behind a neck press. Squats, I actually just did normal squats, but I'm actually going to try front squats. Eventually, if I get good at it, I would like to be able to do overhead squats. You know, like they see in the Olympics when they have the bar above their head and they come down and squat. My friend in the gym, he trains for Olympics. He deadlifts ridiculous amounts of weight. He's a very strong person. He's training for things like that, and he can squat with the bar over his head with like 225 on it like it's nothing, and it just makes it look so easy. So that is something that I would like to do one day. And then for deadlift day, I just did more deadlifts. Could have done Romanian deadlifts, could have done stiff leg deadlifts, but I chose to do just standard deadlifts. And I don't feel the need to do any accessory lifts at the moment because I'm pretty much ruined by the end of my workout. I will eventually, I do like to